Now that the Haitian Revolution has ended, I thought it'd be interesting to hear about the revolution from people on both sides of the fight. So I have brought in a former slave and a former slave owner to give us some insight on what happened. Hello and welcome to you both. I heard something about there being class discrimination.
There were 4 levels of classes, the top being the peninsulares. These people had the most authority, while also having the smallest population. They were European-born whites. King Charles III gave them leadership over all others when they came over to the island.
And then there were Creoles like me. These were whites, but born in America to European parents. They were second class and grew very resentful of this status. Next on the pyramid, after them, were everyone of the mixed races.
Then there came slaves and American Indians, who got absolutely no power. We were not educated or literate, and had absolutely no hope of becoming so.
How do you feel about this pyramid? Was it fair or unfair?
As a slave, it was completely unfair. About half the slaves inhabited the island before all the Europeans came and took over the entire land. If anything, we deserved to be higher up on the pyramid, even if we were not literate or educated.
Now I, being a slave owner, thought it was fair. Pretty much all of us got what we deserved. It's not our fault that the peninsulares were granted complete control and authority by the King of England, and no one can control what family you're born into.
How did slavery in Haiti?
Well, we, the French, set up large sugar, coffee, and indigo plantations. And the Europeans, their desire for sugar made Haiti the most prosperous colony in all of the French colonies around the world. Eventually, by the start of the French Revolution in 1789, while there was 40,000 French colonists, there was 450,000 slaves.
Slaves were getting shipped from Haiti, from areas of Africa extending from Senegal to the Congo. Most were coming from the central parts of Africa. I came from Nigeria and was shipped over to his sugar plantation in 1762.
Oh wow, so it sounds like there were quite a bit of slaves in Haiti. Does this by any chance have something to do with the Code Noir that I heard about?
Well, the Code Noir more was the cause of there being so much strictness with the slaves and how they were treated. Slave owners like me had to clothe and feed our slaves, and their religions got stricter.
I was not in Haiti when the Code Noir was passed in 1685, but I definitely felt the repercussions of it during my time spent in Haiti. I felt the most change in my religion. All slaves were forced to convert to Catholicism and were forbidden from practicing our native religions.
Tell me more about how your religious practices were changed because of the Code Noir.
Slaves definitely had to completely rethink how they practiced religion altogether. Like I just said, we had to immediately convert to being a Catholic as we stepped foot on the island. However, we still constantly practiced a religion known as voodoo. On August 14, 1771, the most important voodoo ceremony in history was held underground and led by Bookman Duddy. A slaughtered pig's blood was passed out to all in attendance, which was given to encourage slaves to kill every white person that they encountered.
Only a month after the ceremony, 4,000 slave owners were dead.
Oh wow, I had no idea that the religion had so much to do with the slave uprising. Were there any important leaders during this time?
Toussaint Louverture led the slaves to freedom in 3 years, with the French outlawing slavery in 1794. He was a black general for Haiti that was born a slave. He first fought for Spain against France, and then slaves rebelled against the French owners. He assisted in their escape and, of course, their rebellion. However, he did switch to the French side when they abolished slavery. He defied the class system and was self-taught and semi-literate.
Being an excellent military strategist, he helped defeat the British and French in Haiti. And he returned control over the colony to France, but he continued to hold the reins of power. He is now the leader of the entire island, including Santo Domingo. He freed the slaves there as well.
Wow, this has been very informational. Thank you for enlightening us on the Haitian Revolution. I loved hearing about all these events and that took place and your opinions on them. Thanks for joining us today.